Millennials.
Hello. like
Yeah, I used to think like girls who I don't know now. I don't know which dress suits whom. I used to think like certain dresses or certain outfit suits for certain type of body. It may be even fashion. People say now, yes, yeah, that's true. Like that, certain types they ask color thing. Lot of things going on behind the fashion. But I feel I used to think that okay, people should follow those rules and dress accordingly. For example, chubby girls should not put too much revealing clothes. But now I feel if they love their body, if they love the way they look, I think they can
yeah,
go.
yeah. I think those are like two different topics. One is like the dress for your body on fashion style. Like they are not asking you to not wear like revealing clothes just because you are chubby.
Hmm.
But the patriarchal mindset of what you should wear is like just because you are a girl or just because you are dark or just because you are chubby something you should not wear those dresses. That both are like very different, right?
Yeah, also because of age as well. See, she is looking like an auntie. She's wearing leggings, tight clothes, all of those comments.
Ah.
I used to think back in the mind, but I won't voice those offensive opinions.
Mm.
But when I was very young, I used to think like, does she need these kind of dresses?
Mm.
But now on when you think on fashion perspective, leggings are way outdated. But I don't like people wearing leggings now. But that's only from fashion perspective, not
Mm.
like anyway if they like it really find it attractive they can wear what they want. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
I think back when we were kids, we were fully brainwashed by all this patriarchal
Yeah,
thoughts, and like even the movies affected us a lot. So wearing something, which is if you are wearing something boyish, that used to be like if you are wearing something boyish style, tomboyish style, then it was supposed to be cool. Like,
correct, correct. They don't entertain femininity in a modern way. They entertain only femininity in a sari, in a
mm,
salwar.
mm,
In Tamil there used to be songs with people wearing sari, people girls wearing sari, girl salwar, and then girl will do like that. So I think we were. I don't know how I got influenced or how I changed over the time, but I was narrow-minded back then. I
mm,
used to not wear things, short dresses, and uh, myself. Even now I'm wearing, but be, previously I used to not. I used to be very narrow-minded because of the friends,
mm,
school friends, how we are, and we won't wear nighties and go outside. So lot of
mm.
um, consciousness were there back then.
Mm, true. So I think back then everyone was narrow-minded. Like now, I guess now girls have changed a lot. So I actually feel very sad as well as I'm very proud of those women who took the first step in doing the whole thing. See, we are not the first in wearing jeans or top, right? But I am like, if I had to start something, will I start or not? I am not sure. Like, see,
Yeah, obviously.
because now I am not narrow-minded because of so many women have already done it and they showed like we can do it, so everyone should do it. This is your right. Those kind of things. But will you think will you start something?
I am getting influenced. So, according to the dress I'm telling, I am getting influenced by multiple people in multiple different social areas, like different countries, different fashion style. I'm getting influenced to. Don't judge that you are dressing poorly. Still, you are dressed poorly. Don't ask these questions. But I like what I. So I used to get inspiration from multiple people. So if I like that dress and I don't mind wearing it at any place, if it's appropriate or inappropriate, but obviously we would like to be relevant to the place. But I take that call to be relevant if I like.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So if it's relevant to my fashion sense and my taste, I don't mind if it is others. Others are relatable. If others relates me with their fashion sense.
Makes sense. I think nowadays girls are wearing traditional wears not because someone is asking or forcing them to do.
Yeah.
They are wearing because they like it and they are cute or they look fashionable when they wear it. I so earlier similar on similar lines on dress only, earlier cooking used to be associated with women because they don't have a job and they have to cook. Though so women so if I thought that knowing cooking is a bad thing back then. I was a so but now we know it's a
Mm,
basic essential, like basic
yeah.
necessity for a person to know that. Mm,
Hmm. Now I cannot tolerate someone cooking with um, less, how to say, I need an efficient person to cook. I mean, I don't I support them at the initial phase, but I need everybody to be equipped. I don't consider like if some guy is cooking and he forgot to add some salt or pepper, I don't give him an excuse saying he's a
mm,
guy, he should not, at least he has done this much,
uh,
go with it. I
true.
cannot tolerate that. Everybody who's cooking, and even if the girl says I don't know cooking, I'm fine by it. But if a guy says he cooks, he should cook appropriately according to my taste or whatever, according to. So
Mm.
I don't think that.
I
Currently, I just
think
evaluated like that. Previously, I used to be like, if my dad makes coffee, it's fine. However it is, I will say
uh,
fine. But now,
I think that is also because of the rage we had for a very long time, and now we are like, you were expecting us to be so perfect, and now we are putting that rage back to the world, I guess. Because don't you think so? We were expected to be perfect all the time
mm,
for cooking and all. If mom, even if our moms didn't know properly cooking before marriage, and once she's married, she's expected to do all the household chores, cook properly, cook according to their
their
taste.
taste.
So because of all the rage we had back then, we are expecting our men we surrounded by us also to cook. I guess for me, if a guy doesn't know cooking, it will be a big red flag. Like either at least he shouldn't be like, okay, I'll try to learn cooking. No, the words doesn't matter. Actions matter.
Actions matter. Yeah,
Uh,
whatever. Even I can try learning things, but
yeah.
you should.
I also say I'll study this weekend.
No, we are
Uh,
done with that.
so I guess if a guy, I am seeing, so it's not coming to my feet, but the fathers, like my father's phone or like in other people's phone, I can see videos like guys are trying to help, but the guy is not. It's a funny video.
I hate the word help. No, no, I don't need any help. Full ownership, full participation,
It's for us, not
not
for
for
me.
me.
You are not eating food for me.
And I don't take any credit in cooking nicely. I don't want that credit.
Mm.
You can take however credit you want in running the household. I don't need any assistant. I don't need credits. I don't need accolades on cooking or
But
running a house. Maybe running a household on total.
But don't you think there are women who needs acknowledgement, and there are women who is suffering because of the people are not getting acknowledged, because there see if
I am telling, if you're not getting accolades or anything, don't do that work.
mm,
Don't don't just do the work just for the accolades. That is the patriarchal way of putting us down. We get okay, my husband every time he eats, he's like, no husband tasty. My nobody can cook better husband. I don't need such. My husband telling that and making me cook same time. I will do the reverse if needed. If he needed something, assurance.
true, that is
So
a
that is a trap. I feel. Thing is that in a modern day relationship, so I feel women are being manipulated, and they themselves think that it's my decision to leave
mm,
or to leave the job or to stay at.
mm,
I want to be like a stay at home mom, or
mm.
even I want to stay at home and not work. I'm very lazy. The reason is I'm very lazy, not because I want someone to I want someone else to work, and
Mm.
it's not like I should not work or something. Most of the reason is lazy. But if I'm going to have or maintain a responsibility of taking care of a child, that's not a lazy girl thing, right? That's a double
Yeah,
responsibility.
yeah. So I think whoever till now, in at least in India, having a kid and taking care of a kid was supposed, they were all considered it as a cakewalk. I don't know
Ah,
how, but now woman is acknowledging and they are talking it out loud. Like This is not easy. This is very,
That
very
is not
difficult.
very maternal as they portray.
It's not not at all like as sweet, or it's so much. I was having the worst discussion ever with one of a friend. So what happened was that we were talking about something, and this we talked about postpartum depression. Then he was like, "I don't believe in all these things." I was like, "Do you?" I never asked him, but I was asking like, I was feeling like, did you ever get a period? No, right? Then how can you even say that you don't believe in postpartum depression? Oh God! And then this guy is like, this guy was talking on and about, it's very good to stay with family because they will take care of you. That is why family is important. Something something. He is not thinking about the fact that after a point he has to do it for something else. He is only thinking about the situation in which people are doing things for him.
I will get depression so if my boss assigns more than 2 or 3 tasks. How can I not get stressed over the
Yeah.
complete responsibility of raising a child?
Correct, correct.
Yeah. Do you think who earns more should work less and who earns less should work more, or vice
Uh,
versa?
no, I think that men brought up with this idea because men made women sit in home and they started working, and then they got money, and then now they are like money is power and people who have money shouldn't do the work. That's that's the most patriarchal thing that men bought actually.
To be honest, I was in the thought until recent. Until
Mm.
recently, I was thinking that okay, there are few friends. The partner was working and my friends are not working, and we are and the couples were debating about who does the more work in home, and suddenly I raised a voice like he's going job and uh, coming, and then everybody was looking at me as if I was okay. And then later I realized, okay, I did something, I said something offensive, and this the job, whoever is earning more, whoever is, I meant like he has to go out, and that brings some tiredness when he comes, so he has to rest a bit. That is what I meant, but I didn't mean that way. But that was a bit offensive for her, and I later asked
Mm.
apologized for her, and really I wanted to change that.
Mm. So, see, there are two scenarios in which we can't afford a house help or something, and the woman is not going for a job because she doesn't have education or she's not getting a job, and guys are doing all the work, trying more to earn for both of them. In that case, I don't mind that girl is doing the whole. I don't mind if girl is doing the whole work, but she should be again the first point which I mentioned. Like I think she should be acknowledged, and it shouldn't be her full responsibility. Like it should be like I am doing this for you, you are doing this for me, and if one day you are not well, I'll do the
I'll do
work.
that, yeah.
Ah,
Especially when women who are doing this, when housemakers, when they are sick, there
mm.
there arises these issues. Like I am earning, I don't do this work. And even if you are sick, get up and put hot water and have it.
So when woman is sick, and if she's sick continuously for like months and months only, she became sick twice. They'll be like, "Oh, why are you always sick? Like why can't like?" But the guys will be taking sick leave. Guys will be doing. I
When yeah, I don't like that when women are sick that they are going unnoticed, and unnoticed is fine. They have to do their things on their own. So
yeah. Nobody will take care of her. Nobody will cook for her. She will still. They'll order. Like that's the max that will happen.
correct.
Nobody will cook for her. If the guy is sick, what if he is sick, and what if she orders from something? It won't. It doesn't look good because he is sick and he needs attention. We
Hmm.
understand that we will cook, but the guys will be like, no, I will order. Have you ever thought that when you were a kid that you will live like this, live alone, like do all these things alone? Like,
I
what
all
did you picture yourself when you grew up?
I always, when I grow up, I always think that I used to go to college. I also got influenced by a lot of movies and had some great image about how college is. Uh, that's all shattered. It's a different thing. Work, but I already also imagined that I would be living with group of friends, only group, not that matured woman now I am. I've never imagined myself about this.
Mm.
But then always uh, fun oriented, not very
Mm.
goal oriented. My thoughts
Mm.
always when I was young, it's always fun oriented. I used to do
Mm.
this always with a bunch of friends. That's what I thought. Never really had any mature or ambitious goals or a picture
But
of
she
myself.
is a very career oriented gal.
Don't share this till my manager.
No, no. So that I think that is a very separate discussion. So we don't.
Hmm.
Let's not go into that right now. But what do you think about relationships? Like, what do you think about? What were you thinking about relationships back then and now?
Back then, I was thinking it's only one flower, one tree, one flower. There can be only one relationship in a person, or they
Mm.
can only like one person. So that was my assumption.
But you are a one flower girl.
Cut. sorry, sorry, guys. Don't need to cut. So uh, that one flower thing apart, what I think now is important. Okay, I can think you can like more than one person, not at the same time. Not at the same time, but you can have loves at multiple phases, and there is no need of types. Like there is no need of pattern in people you like. So you can love some different person when you are 20s, and you can love different person
Mm.
when you are 25 or 30.
Mm.
So I feel you also evolve as a person, right? So I think they can love, their priorities change, so that's why they can break up, or they can end the
Fall out of love.
relationship,
Mm.
fall out of love. So and you can look for a new person.
Mm. I personally feel that some people grow with you, and I think your case is very
Yeah,
similar to that. So, but there will be scenarios in which one person either they'll grow in a very different directions, or one person will stop growing.
growing.
Then, in that case, what else to do? You will fall out of love, right? Because you are because I'll be thinking about say few things yesterday, but today or after 5 years, my opinions on that will change. So definitely I'll want more things in life. And if you are not going with me, then why will I? Obviously will fall out of love. And all people change. What do you think? Like what made your relationship stay over all these years? Whatever you thought back then and whatever he thought back then and
I
whatever
think it was aligning. So we help each other grow, or we fought a lot when our opinions were growing or differences. There were visible differences, and we there was a time taken on other person's growth as well. So when other person
mm,
you grow too fastly, and you have to wait for the person to grow with you.
mm,
So that happened. So we waited. It's not an ideal relationship where we grow each other in a simultaneous way, or we understand each other, but there was a time where I grew and the other person didn't grow, and I waited. There was a person I didn't grow up to his or her mentality even now, but he's still waiting or for me to grow. So that is the thing, I guess.
mm.
That is why.
But then I think that you waited and you said a very important point that you waited. But how will everyone can't wait, right?
Yeah, if
Like,
it's not bearable, that's
uh,
why you fall out of love. So that that how you grow, like is it completely different from what you think, or um
mm,
so if you need a sudden change in personality of yourself, and the other person doesn't completely like your personality, new personality, then you can't help it.
mm,
True. Initially, I thought intimacy before marriage is wrong, and I was judging people very badly. Now it's okay if multiple relationships is okay, intimacy with relationships is okay.
mm.
I think, and just because you are intimate with someone, you don't necessarily need to marry that person.
Very, very, very true.
Very true. So there was one of the situations where my friend got uh, fall out of love and she don't want to pursue that relationship. And everybody was quoting this point, they were very close, they were very close. But I at that point, I only discovered myself being okay with that. Only at that instant I was discovering myself, yeah, I am not feeling that way. I was completely thinking in a different way to why this has not to do, but why she has not to do this thing. But this way, this point of view was not looking correct or politically correct to me at that point. So even now, so that is the one thing I realized by myself.
I think most of the people have realized, and whoever never went out from their home does haven't
But
realized.
those boys who still want Virgin 5, sorry, out of
So
stock.
I don't know if it's funny or not, but it was funny to me. So all the guys want virgin girls, and they want experience. So who are they doing it with?
There is this Indian
Naughty.
kitchen, one scene in Indian kitchen as well. She asks for something and he's like, "Do you have experience or something?"
Ah, whoa.
That kind of intro.
Mm.
Hmm.
Tell me an instance in which you were talking, bitching or something about a girl or something just because she was doing something differently back then, but now, like, we also do the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of times that happened. Back in my school, back in when I was in school, I used to bitch about. We were uh, separated of two gangs, or mostly one who studies well, other also who studies well, but they are more
Studied
popular.
girl.
Yeah, I used to wear two ponies, fully oiled two ponies, tightly braided braids, and all of these. And we won't you do makeup and all of those. We thought
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
all
Same.
to attract men.
Actually, in our school, if we even wore a colorful band, we will get fined. Like
Yeah,
color,
nails should not be there. Heart shaped
bag,
keychains, anything should not be there. Those are the signs.
bags also no color bags.
Those
Black, ash, brown.
ash. But those are not feminine colors per se.
I don't know. They were very strict girls' school. Well, one
It's
plus
a
one plus
girls'
two.
school.
Yeah, plus one plus two.
Oh, it should be more colorful, right? Anyway, ours is a co-ed, so we don't we should not have nail paints on nails and all of those things, and we should tie hair like this, all of these restrictions. And if we are ever putting our hair open, I mean, we are calling for attention. And then if we are having heart symbol kitchen anything, then we are having in relationship. It's all signs of uh, those mysterious things. And we also used to other this, and we consider taking a heart keychain or putting eyeliner is a rebellion thing to do in school. And we judged people who has girls or boys who has a Facebook account, and they used to chat when they go home. Or I used to bitch them, they are attention seeking girls. And if one of the girls from the group is a topper or something, I used to wonder how she can do both. It either can be this or that, right? I used to wonder, like, how she can do it. Something wrong. It's not usual. Something like that. So but now we are doing this podcast, uh, fully out and out on social media platform. But not bitchy. Definitely. So,
So let's just give a small intro. I know it's a bit late, but I am Momo.
Ria,
So this is our new podcast.
spill the coffee.
So
Don't spill on the couch.
so we were thinking more on the lines like what we have changed, what are the things we are thinking right now. So we wanted to cover those things right now.
This is our first podcast, so
I hope you guys enjoy.